Alright, so in this lesson we're going to get into subtracting integers. In the previous lesson we discussed adding integers. This is going to be a very similar process. Just follow the same 3 steps that I'm about to show you. So we're going to start by recalling the definition of the opposite of a number. Now, the opposite of a number we had said was it's going to be the same number, just changing the sign. So for example, -12, the numbers that we see here are 12, right? But it's a negative. So the opposite of 12, or -12 is going to be 12, right? So 12 is the opposite of -12. And then 14 is positive, right? So +14. Now the opposite of +14, we're going to say is -14. And then lastly, -18, just changing the sign, right? The opposite of -18 is going to be +18. So now the definition of the opposite of a number is important because in our steps for subtracting integers, our first step is going to be to change the sign, the subtraction sign, to addition. And then we have to change the number next to the subtraction sign to its opposite. And then from there, we follow the exact same rules for addition. Right, so I'll take you through a couple of examples just so that we can see. Alright, so here's one example. We have 12 minus -3. So the first step is going to be to change the subtraction sign to addition. Right, we started off with a subtraction sign right here, and then we changed it to an addition sign. And then the next step is going to be to change the sign next to the subtraction sign to its opposite. Right, so next to this sign, we see a -3 right here, and then we change that to be a +3. Right, just change it to its opposite. And then we follow the exact same rules for addition. So if I have 12 plus +3, that's just the same as 12 plus 3, so we get 15. Alright, and now we have a similar example. Alright, so -36 minus 14. Again, first step, we're going to change the subtraction sign to addition. Alright, so it's no longer a minus, it's a plus. And then we change the sign next to the subtraction sign to its opposite. Alright, so because we had a +14 to begin with, we're going to change it to a -14. And then now we follow the rules for addition, right? -36 plus -14, they have the same sign, right? So when we're adding integers with the same sign, we add normally and we keep the sign, right? So we do 36 plus 14, that gets you 50. And since they're both negative, right, our final answer is going to have a negative in front. So -50 is our answer. Alright, and this is just a visual summary of these signs for subtraction. I wouldn't memorize this. I would honestly just keep practicing with examples. You should have enough in your homework, and then the next slide is going to be more examples also. So this is the original subtraction, right, that you'll be given. And then this is when we change to addition. Alright, so we change to addition, and it's going to look something like this. Alright, so if I have a positive minus a positive, that's going to turn into a positive plus a negative. Alright, follow the rules for addition. If we have a negative plus a positive, that's going to be a negative plus a negative. Alright, again, follow the rules for addition. And then a negative minus a negative, we end up with a negative plus a positive. Right, for these, I like to make it a big plus, right? So if I have a negative and a parentheses, right, just make it a big plus, right? Or follow the rules like normal, right? So if I have a positive minus a negative, then you get a positive plus a positive, right? That's what happens when you change it to addition, right? So minus a negative makes a big plus, right? Alright, so let's start with a couple examples. Alright, number 1, we have 2 minus 48. Alright, so following our steps, we're going to change the subtraction to an addition. right? So plus. And then this 48, we change its sign to its opposite. It's a positive 48, so it's going to be 2 plus negative 48. And then we follow the rules for addition, right? So 2 and 48 have different signs, right? When they're different, we subtract 48 minus 2. We get 46, and then we keep the sign of the bigger number. Between 2 and 48, 48 is bigger, and so 48 has the negative, and so our answer is going to be negative 46. All right. And now for number 2, same process as before, right? I have a negative 40 minus 66, right? So first step, change the subtraction to an addition. Change the 66 to its opposite, so negative 66, and then follow the rules for addition, right? So we end up with negative 40 plus negative 66. All right. Now these have the same sign, right? Same sign, you add and keep the sign. 40 plus 66 should get you 106. And since they're both negative, we're going to make it a negative 106. All right. Number 3, you first, as always, change the subtraction to an addition. Change this negative 3 to its opposite. The opposite of negative 3 is just 3. So then you end up with 32 plus 3, right? And this you can add normally. This is going to give you 35. All right. Good. And now number 4, 20 minus 52. Again, same process. Change the subtraction to an addition. Change 52 to its opposite, so negative 52. And then it ends up with 20 plus negative 52. And then you follow the rules for addition. 20 and negative 52 have different signs. So we're going to subtract 52 minus 20. Right, should get you 32. And then you keep the sign of the bigger number. Between 20 and 52, 52 is bigger, and it has a negative. So our answer is going to be negative 32. All right, good. All right, first 4 are done. Number 5, same process. All right, negative 17 minus 18. Change the subtraction to an addition. Change 18 to its opposite, negative 18. You end up with negative 17 plus negative 18. All right, follow the rules for addition. Same sign, you keep the sign and you add. All right, so 17 plus 18 gets you 35. And then they're both negative, so we're going to throw a negative in front. All right, good. Same thing with the number 6. You follow the same steps as before. Change the subtraction to an addition. Change 48 or change negative 48 to be positive. Or this one, you can notice that there's a minus negative. Minus negative, you can make a big plus. All right, so then you end up with negative 36 plus 48. Right? Then you follow the rules for addition. 36 is negative, 48 is positive. You subtract 48 minus 36. Gets you 12. And then between 48 and 36, 48 is bigger and the sign is positive. So our answer is going to stay positive 12. All right, good. Now for number 7, right, you'll see ones with 3 numbers on your homework, right? These just go left to right, right? So start with 32 minus 12, right? This is just a basic subtraction problem. 32 minus 12 just gets you 20, right? And then 20 minus negative 17. Change the subtraction to an addition, change the negative to a positive, or big plus, right? So 20 plus 17, right, is what this becomes, and that just gets you positive 37. All right, and then lastly, number 8. Again, go left to right if you see 3 numbers there. 45 minus 52, right? So I would change the subtraction to an addition, change 52 to be a negative 52, and then follow the rules for addition, right? So we do 52 minus 45. That should get you 7. And then between 52 and 45, 52 has a negative, so we're going to get a negative 7. All right, and then we end up with negative 7 remaining is plus a negative 14. Right, and now we're adding with the same sign. They're both negative, the 7 and the 14. All right, so when we're adding with the same sign, we just add normally. So 7 plus 14 is 21, and they're both negative, so we keep the negative. So our answer is negative 21. All right, and then this covers every possible example that you'll see on your homework. All right, so just follow the steps, change the subtraction to an addition, change the number next to that to its opposite, and then follow the rules for addition. All right, now all of this is in Canvas as well. You have examples like this on your homework also. All right, good.